Good morning! Hello, it's me again, your wife. Thank you for watching my video yesterday. I did make a video yesterday. I'm now making a new video today. I'm on a roll, okay? Today, I have to admit that I lied to you. I told you yesterday I was gonna water my plants after the video ended. I didn't do that. We're gonna do it today together. And I'm gonna try to do it before my friend Devin gets here. And then we're gonna go to Lowe's and then maybe actually like a different plant store. But yeah, I have a couple things I wanted to do and I thought we could, I don't know, do them together. I also, I'm gonna be making an actual video about how much I spent on plants in 22. Sorry for not giving you the actual total in the video that I made in the 2022 plant haul video. I didn't want to go look through everything because it's like a whole year of stuff. So I'm gonna look through everything tonight and then I'll make a video on how much I spent and then show you again like what I purchased and I guess like what I learned. And then comparing how much money I saved this year from last year. So, hi, little black void. Oh, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We're back in it, you guys. You don't even understand. The plants are strong with this one. I water all my plants using Liquidert. And I put it all in this sprayer. So the dark liquid in here is Liquidert. If you end up wanting to try out Liquidert, you can use code PLANTME_25 to get 25% off your entire purchase. And how I do it is I'm just pretty careful. I make sure that I kind of coat everything like pretty strongly with the water just to make sure that it's all good to go. There's not like too much to show you because it's literally just me spraying my plants, but I really want to make sure that the moss gets all rehydrated and I start from the top down because when you start from the top down, obviously because of gravity, the water also trickles down. I get it on the leaves and I get it on the moss. Some people don't like to get their actual plants wet because they're worried about them. Because sometimes, I mean, plants can be delicate, but there's no real reason to not get your plants' leaves wet considering they're plants and they're made to live without your help. If you choose to grow in a closed growing environment like me, you'll find that you need to actually upkeep your plants a lot less. They're a lot more self-reliant and they don't really need you, which some people don't like, and that's totally okay. If you put plant water on your plant's leaves too, it'll trickle down the leaf down into the stem and down into where the roots are, so I do need to clean up some of the dead leaves. There's quite a few dead leaves. But yeah, if you're a girly like me who struggles with your mental health, then closed growing is gonna be a lot better for you overall because you won't need to actually worry about your plants as they'll just take care of themselves. Especially if you live somewhere like me, which is a very dry, arid desert area, so. The grow lights that I have in my Ikea cabinets are Mother grow lights, and they're super bright. They're super, super good for your plants. They're full spectrum lights, and you can actually replace the tubes. And I just watered this one about a week ago. It's gonna look super, super lush. I might need to actually fill this up. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna need to fill this up. So I'm gonna fill this up and then we'll go do the other one. This one's gonna be a bit more difficult for me to show you just because of the fact that it's so tall. This is my Millsbow greenhouse cabinet. So the other one that I showed you, I built in a Rudsta. This is a Millsbow. So they're two separate things. This one I cleaned up pretty recently. It's still looking a little sad down low, but I have isopods in here. So the unlike the other cabinet where I actually don't have isopods, in this one, if there's kind of dead or dying plant matter, I leave it in there because the isopods really like it. Cool, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna start at the top and work our way down. This guy's getting a little big, so it'll be time to cut him soon. Probably after he does that new leaf. Some of these plants have gotten like so big and I've just been letting them do their own thing. I should probably give some of them a little bit of guidance. Yeah, I keep this side light off occasionally. By the way, there's a big light that's coming from this direction because the plants don't always like the stress from the light. So I turn it on and then I turn it off and I turn it on and then I turn it off just to make sure that they're not like too stressy. For a while I had it on and my plants just like weren't growing. And then I turned it off for 2 weeks and they started growing and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. So you guys were just really stressed out. My philodendron lanamii gave us a new leaf. This thing grows like pretty vigorously. Oh, hello Isopod! It's so nice to see them. They're doing so good. I was really worried. Like I put them in here and then I didn't see them for a few months. So I was like, okay, isopods died or something. But no, they're I saw like 9 of them the other day all together. They were like munching on stuff together. They seem to really like to come out at night. But yeah, I've also noticed a really big difference since watering everything with liquid dirt, because for a while I just wasn't mixing in my liquid dirt with everything because I was just like lazy. But since putting liquid dirt in with everything, there's like a marked difference, which there always is. Like whenever I stop using it because I'm just lazy, like straight up, there's times I don't fertilize when my plants need it because I'm just lazy. That's just what being a person is. And then I come back to using it and it's always such a massive difference. And I'm always surprised. Like it's not the best fertilizer in the world, which it is. Anyways, by the way, Diamond_25 to get 25% off your liquid dirt. How are you guys? A lot of you said that you kind of fell out of love with plants too, and that the video I posted yesterday kind of made you more interested in them again, or you took care of your plants for the first time in a while. You're also dealing with depression. Winter can just really be like that, you know? So I think it's good to just like do our best together. You know what I mean? Ah, hello Isopod! Oh my gosh, they're so active now. Oh, I should say, liquid dirt is non-toxic. It's made out of 18 bioactive ingredients that are super, super ultra poggers. And if your cat or your kid got into it, you wouldn't have to worry about them dying like a lot of other fertilizers. I'm not saying you should drink liquid dirt, but I'm also saying that you would be fine if you did. This one's done. Now we're going to water some of these smaller plants that I repotted yesterday. And I'm gonna do my best to show you this, you guys. It's really hard with the light where it is coming from the window because all these are window plants. So I'm gonna do my best, but I'm sorry if it's, well, I guess I can bring them down. They're all on hooks anyways. Here's our astrophytum. I'm gonna do my best to get him out of here. A nice solid drink. All right, that looks pretty wet. I'll be like severely surprised if this doesn't leak. Spinning. The water is like propelling it sideways. Yeah, it's leaking a little bit. Not a lot, but I'm gonna water this a little deeply and then I'm gonna go put it in a plant so that it can have some time to dry out because it's leaking. Hello! Devin brought me boba. He brought me rose tea. It's like, this is so good. This is something I would have never ordered for myself too, and it's actually so wonderful. Devin brought me a plant, which is like the craziest thing. I mean, it's not crazy. Every time Devin comes over, he brings me a plant, but Devin brought me a red Anderson, which is a plant I've had on my wish list for like the last year. It has been a really long time, and he stuck this little reverted philodendron Rio into here as well, which I'm gonna keep because it's just cute. But yeah, can you believe that? He showed up and he was like I just thought it was like a pink princess, which I still love. And I was like, oh, that's such a nice thing to bring. And he goes, I brought you a red Anderson. And I literally looked down and then I looked at him and I was like, shut the fuck up. No, you didn't. And the Ilsamanii that I gave Devin kind of passed away. I gave him kind of like a sadder cut because it was the only thing I had at the time, but I wanted to give him one. So I gave him a top cutting of the other one, which I'll show you. And this wasn't a planned trade. Like Devin brought me that, not thinking he was gonna like get anything because he's a nice friend. Here's the top of the Ilsamanii leaves I'm giving to Devin. And I have 2 of these, so I have a whole plant right now. It's not a cutting, so it's part from the actual original stem that I'm growing in there. And then this bit had a pretty long aerial root, so I cut it below the aerial root obviously, and I still have the bottom leaf from this cutting, so I'll be growing those 2 back in. This I think is finally a solid one to give, so yeah. And Devin is here, so hi Devin.
Hello.
He's just sitting with Raven. And I was just running him through all my plant stuff because we've had a spiritual awakening as plant girlies again. So we're gonna go grab some soil and then we'll come back. And I was gonna move a couple of those plants around like I told you before, so we can do that together later. But yeah, I wanted to show you because that's like such a nice surprise. And it's so nice too. Here, let's just bask in its glory together. And I love the very, very, very light pink. And I love how dark. So the pink princesses have kind of like a lighter green on them like this one. But the Andersons have like a very, almost like you desaturated the green in like Lightroom or something. Oh, it's so beautiful. Woo! And know you guys can't see me. Don't panic. I'm aware. Oh, did you see the baby alocasia friedic?
I did.
The little guy?
It's so pretty.
Yeah. The bigger leaf ended up passing away.
Okay.
But it passed away and then gave birth to that one.
Okay.
Which I could see that it was happening. But for some reason with me and alocasia, they always lose leaves.
Okay.
So I don't know why. You'll have to tell me how you do it.
If you need a core. Or we can look
No,
at
that one's cute. He's doing great. That just came out.
We can look at the roots and stuff too, and I can give you my thoughts.
I think he's actually still in that little cup. Now that I think about it. Thank you so much. You guys need a Devin. Devin's the best. I was gonna say Devin's the Bevin, but that doesn't make any sense. Hello, I'm back and it's 2:30 in the morning. So I was done hanging out with Devin and then I had static. So hi. She just ran over to say hello. What's in there? I had static, which is basically raiding in this game that I'm crafting pots in right now. Hi! You're really dumb. Okay, I'm back. Raven? She's so cute right now. So I wanted to tell you about this plant that Devin gave me. This is called a Philodendron Red Anderson, and this plant is super, super, super special to me. This is a plant that I have had on my wish list for forever. He actually gave me one that had 2 nodes on it. So you can see the node separation there. Here's a node here with an aerial root attached to it. It looks like it actually is like pretty rooted. Yeah, that's super rooted. So I thought we could plant this together in one of my cabinets. And I don't know, I thought that would be fun. This plant I've really wanted for a really long time. There was a time in my life where I would have spent way too much money to get this just because I really felt like I needed it, and I'm happy to say that we're not at that point in my life anymore. The only thing is I'm not totally sure which one I want to put this in. My other one is kind of like under construction right now. I'm kind of like moving a bunch of things around. I was like, maybe I put it in here. I feel like I should put it in this one. I mean, my Osamania is in here, so I know they'll do great. You know what, this is fine. And then what we'll do is we'll actually go through and clean up the underbrush. Yeah, it doesn't look too pretty. We have like lots of dead leaves in here, so we'll go through and we'll clean it up and then we'll plant some new plants in there and call it a day. I have a lot to go through in here. There was a while where I stopped caring about my plants because I was like, I feel like I was just like rejecting them so heavily, and like for what? For why? I like plants. I think I just needed a break. I was so burnt out. Gosh, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just not good. Like I was so unhealthy. And so I think I felt like plants were what was making me unhealthy, and so I needed to do less plants. But I think what I actually just needed was, well, no, I won't take that back. I think that if I hadn't taken the break, I wouldn't have come to where I am in my plant journey right now. I think I was lost. I think I was just really, really lost. I have a very sad spa Peru. Yeah, this is dead. This whole bit is dead. Bye-bye. Back here we do have my little alocasia friedic. He's doing good, so that's nice. I haven't lost him all, have we? I think tomorrow what I'll do is I'll clean out the big cabinet. I definitely play a lot of favorites. Like, I think I play favorites a lot with this cabinet. I give a lot of extra attention when there's not really a reason. Oh, little baby. Oh, there's a little baby down here. Little baby. Gosh, I don't even feel like I know what I'm saying. I'm kind of tired. The point of everything is that sometimes you just need to come back around, you know? Sometimes you just need to be like, hey, this didn't work out originally. Can it work out now though? Probably, I think so. I think that this guy's okay. I think he just needs water. Yeah, I think same with those ones. This one's dead though. I think what I'll do is I'll start brainstorming things to actually do with the undergrowth down here. I think it would be fun to put more shade loving, like high humidity plants, like plants that actually do like the shade down here. But the plants up here are doing great. Like this Nepenthes right here is up in the top. is doing really well. I mean, honestly, everything in here is doing pretty well. I feel like I need to start turning the lights off. I have a lot of plants up here though that are doing really good. I have a really adorable strawberry shake that I've been like trying to root. This guy, oh, you can't even see. This little guy right here, he's got a super tiny plant coming in, and I actually almost threw that one away because I didn't want to give it the time. Gosh, I love plants. I can't, like, I'm so glad I took a break because I don't think that I would appreciate them as much as I do had I not taken a break. But I am definitely glad that I am getting into them again because they're just so fucking beautiful, bro. I need to do something with this top area. I'm not even gonna show you the up high area because it's like such a disaster, but all of this is so beautiful. Like, how do you, how? Why is this one so weird? I like that the Ficus villosa is crawling up the glass here. It's literally attached to the glass. I wanna, oh, I had a cutting eye put down here, it looks like. I have a lot of plants I like forgot that I had because it's been so long. Okay, I got moss. This section that we're working on down here, I wanna make it more voluminous, I think. So, oh! It was right here this whole time. It was literally sitting right next to me. Oh my god, that's so cringe. Okay. Dude, I need to get my eyes checked. I kind of just like, I got lazy and chucked a whole bunch of cuttings right here. And then I didn't really give it the chance to grow around. And I'm not really, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really worried about covering things because the plants are just gonna grow through it anyways, so. Okay, so I was thinking about planting the Anderson there. We'll reinforce this little section here. Okay, I think that that's already like kind of looking a little bit better. Fresh moss for the plant babies. It's not a whole lot for them to kind of grab onto right now. All right, cool. I'm gonna place the Anderson, I think here. I think that this would be kind of a good spot. We'll give it like a whole lot of light. That's so cute there. Oh, and we can put some of the moss that it was in before in here. Bring in some of that microbiome. I feel really happy. I was like so excited to finish filming the rest of this video that I thought about it like throughout the entirety of static tonight. Just so I'm not totally talking into the void, I feel like I should explain what static is. So basically it's like a team. It's a team of 8 people that meet in order to compete in a game. And it's my static, so I'm the one who runs it. We're at the end of the competitive season right now, and we're about to go into the off season. And we're trying to get a lot of things done kind of like last minute. So we're doing a lot. We raid like, sometimes we raid for 30 hours or more a week, and I see my static mates more than I see like other IRL people. Like I talk to them every single day for at least 4 hours. If I'm not talking to them also like before and after static as well, which we do most of the time. Like tonight we went over static by like 2 hours, which means that we had static night for 6.5 hours. Yeah, I don't really expect you guys to understand most of it, like most of all that stuff, but it's fun to at least talk about it. This is gonna take a minute to get all this stuff all wet. I hope that you guys had a good year. My year was, 2022 was like my growth year. It was the year that I learned a lot about myself, mentally, emotionally, also physically. I also achieved a lot of my personal goals. Like my biggest goal was to not spend like an absolutely atrocious amount of money on plants, and I can happily say that I achieved that goal, and I think that it was also really important for me to actually achieve that goal. So, okay, this is pretty wet, so I think we're good. My little Monstera obliqua cutting that I have is also growing in, so that's another exciting thing. I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of happy with this. We got this guy planted in here. Let's bring you in closer. I feel like all of the little kind of like mountainy moss spots are, it looks a lot better. It doesn't just look like some big hole. And then over here on this side, it's still kind of dark. So, you know, there's that, but I'm gonna go through and like actually do my best to make it look nice. And I also want to go, I think, looking for some moss for my other, not moss, but like logs for my other, for like my Mills bow. So this is the Ikea Redsta cabinet, but my Mills bow is the bigger one. And I want to do something more exciting with it because I'm kind of bored with it. Not in terms of like the plants that are in there, but the actual, the scaping itself of the Mills bow. I want it to look better. I think what I'll do in tomorrow's video that you're gonna see is we'll go through and we'll take a bunch of cuttings and then we'll move stuff around and we'll try to come up with a way to make the other cabinet look as good as this one. Because I feel like you can tell that I like this one the most. I think the most care goes into this cabinet, especially compared to the other one, so. But yeah, this is indoor growing, and then again I use the mother grow lights that are up there, and I water everything with liquid dirt, so that's pretty much everything. So yeah, Devin really surprised me with this Red Andersons. I think that the only way to really explain plant value is to associate plants with money, which is kind of sad because it's like, why can't a plant just be valuable to me because I like that plant? Instead, we always have to like attach monetary value to it. But to express to you how unattainable this one was, like node cuttings were like $1,000. They used to be $1,000, and a cutting of like one with a leaf would be like $1,500. A plant is like $5,000. Like, these aren't fake prices. These were real prices. And you know, I should make a video on the current like pricing situation for the plant community because I think that it's different. I think it's like, I think everything is cheaper now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Welcome back. Don't forget to use code plantme_25 to get 25% off liquid dirt if you want to try out the fertilizer that I use. And yeah, thank you guys for watching Planting Ashley. I think that that name is really cute because it's like we're growing me. Like, it's a channel about growing plants, but I've grown so much, so it's like, it has like a double meaning. What is that called? A double entendre? Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support on the really long video I put out yesterday, and I'll see you later. Bye.